thank you for joining me here once again. We're here with a little video just to show you just a little title that I played in the past that seems to be Fire Emblem Heroes, but it's entirely a way of playing the game. The mechanics that you saw on the Fire Emblem Heroes revealed yesterday in the Fire Emblem Direct seem to be taken from this game, pretty much in a way that seems to be actually ripped off entirely from this game. Just for me to show you, sorry, once again, you're going to see that from the very beginning on this little animation that you see. So you have here this small item which you use, in this case is a small kind of diamond, you could say an orb, and that orb in this game gives you a character. In this case you see here how rare the character is and how common, and then you get stars for its potential. Does that ring any bell? As you can see here, that was basically a very same thing that we saw yesterday in the Fire Emblem Direct. A character that you get through a small item, and that character has stars for the potential, and of course it tells you how common it is in the game. And also that declares here in this game how good that character is, if it has good potential or not. So that's to start with one of the things that you can see that are very clearly taken from this game into the Fire Emblem Heroes title. We're going to go here just a bit more into the game so that you can see also a small bit of gameplay, just for you to check that this game is basically been taken a lot from that has been used in what we saw yesterday in that Fire Emblem Direct for Fire Emblem Heroes, that presentation for that game. As you can see, to start with, the game takes up on a very small space, just as we saw yesterday. You have your characters starting on the bottom and the enemies being arrayed all around the map. There you see, of course, the small animation for the fight, presented in a very similar fashion to Fire Emblem. But what I can see here, of course, so that you can check too, is that most of this stuff, the way that it's presented here, has been taken into Fire Emblem Heroes. I'm not talking about the main gameplay mechanic like the map grid, the strategy type of gameplay. I know that of course was well presented before, presented before, sorry, on Fire Emblem, but the way that it is shown to you here, the way that it is being played in this small map with the characters in the other side, the way that it's being shown to you, presented by this game, has been totally taken by Fire Emblem Heroes. It has been ripped off, and as you can see here, it's basically played the very same way, where you have, well, the main Fire Emblem mechanics being taken, and here you see the use of the weapon triangle and some other magic triangle too that it's going on with the other characters. You see the axe green, see the swords blue, see the lances. You see the swords are red, and you see the lances being blue. And here you see the magics. Here you see where your character levels up, taking the stats. As you can see here, get basically in a very similar fashion the strength, the magic, great I don't know, speed and speed, if I'm not mistaken. But Well, those are mechanics that you get in every RPG. I'm pretty aware of that. But once again, as you saw in that gameplay, here you get the loot, you get the small items that you can use during battle or outside of battle, and of course, many of the things that we saw on the Fire Emblem Heroes reveal seem to be taken from here, as you saw in that gameplay. Just for you to see once again that small bit of gameplay, we're going to skip ahead a bit so you can see here once again a bit more of gameplay. Once again, I'm not talking about the core mechanics of this game being original of this game. I'm just talking about the basic um, the basic way that it's presented. The small map, the characters are starting on one side of the map, just as of course those things also came from Fire Emblem in that in their main games that you may of course understand what I'm talking about, like the presentation, the way that you can see the characters are right on the map, the way they basically are presented in a small location with the characters, and then of course basically everything that you see through this gameplay seems to be screaming Fire Emblem Heroes. And of course it's basically a title that seem to be taking lots and lots from this game when it comes to its actual way of paywall mechanics, and being able to get those small items to increase the size of your army. And that's actually my main gripe of this game, with not this game exactly, but Fire Emblem Heroes, which it's not a genuine game like it should be. Nintendo didn't give it enough effort to make it something original. They're basically using lots and lots from this game, and of course this game is already a rip-off of Fire Emblem. I'm pretty well of that, but the core mechanics of this game are also something that you didn't see in Fire Emblem before. Those small paywall aspects are being taken by Nintendo, and they seem to be using those in their new cell phone title, and that doesn't make me any happy at all. It's a cheap way of course creating your game, and doesn't show us any effort from Nintendo, any originality, and of course any good qualities. I may be mistaken when the game came out. Not when it comes to the actual gameplay. I don't think they're going to change that, or the way that you get those characters, but maybe it's a more free game that you don't need to be as invested to buy those gems and everything. That will be something for you to do freely if you wish to, but it's not going to force down your throat to pay for those small gems to get the new characters, or get the new get another map. Basically, this game should give you the chance to play with any weapon that you have that you like, and of course the characters. And if you wish to get another character that is more powerful, just to go through the story and get the most powerful weapon, and you want to pay for that, well, that should be fine. But this game should give you, if you wish to, a challenge, and not force you to pay if you want to continue through the story. If you wish to make the game more easy to play and pay, well, that will be your problem, but the game should give you the freedom to choose whether you want to have the challenge to continue. And by challenge, I don't mean an impossible challenge. That will be basically a paywall that is not fair, but I'm talking about a challenge that can be overcome with the resources that you have in the game, not something that is forced by Nintendo for you to pay for if you want to continue. So in this case right now, if I'm not mistaken, let me just show you once again that small bit where you get a new character to your party. So for you to see once again, that is basically the very same mechanic that was being showed yesterday by Nintendo on their direct. There you see, you use a small gem, orb, or item, and that item basically gives you a new character. Once again, showing you how common it is and showing you the potential of the character with the stars. Let me see if we can check very quick on the party that you have, so that way you can see the characters potential. Once again, you have here of course most of these things are being taken by Fire Emblem, but here you see the power of the character, and basically the power means the potential of that character, and of course the class and everything. You could consider those as being ripped up from Fire Emblem, but here you also see, of course, those small characters with the stars that they have, showing how rare and of course the potential that they have. The leader has 4 stars. There's other 3 characters that have only 1 star, which of course seem to be very common, and there's one rare character with 3 stars. Once again, showing you the swords with the red color. Because this game came in 2015, I'm not assuring you that Nintendo did rip that up from that game. After all, Pokemon has been using that mechanic where, of course, it's pretty logical that fire beats grass and grass beats water and water beats fire. But of course, just a little detail for you to for you to see there, because in Fire Emblem Fates, that was the change that was done to the game, that you had that triangle where it wasn't any more just only the swords beat axes, and the axes beat the lances, and the lances beat the swords. It was now based on the blue beats red, and red beats green, and green beats blue, and vice versa. So that's to be honest basically it. As you can see right here, most if not all from the Fire Emblem Heroes title has been taken from here. It has been ripped off, so I'm not happy at all by that, and I really wish that Nintendo could have done something that was more genuine, more up to Fire Emblem standards. Of course, this seems to be a free-to-play game, of course, and I'm not going to give them too much credit for that. But of course, if they're ripping off someone and getting all the credit from that without paying anything to this company, and then that's when we're gonna get an issue, because if Nintendo is not paying the rights that they should for using another title and making profit from that, well, that is not a pleasant move at all to do. So, well, thank you very much once again here for joining me. Feel free to share your opinions if you wish to, and see you in another video. I hope that it's soon. Take care, and have a nice day. Bye bye.